Hi there, I'm Christina. I'm from Belly Dance Boutique, and I'm here today at the Islington Art School with the very lovely Ozgen, who's taken some time out from his rehearsing and is going to have a little chat with us today. Hi Ozgen, it's very nice for you to be here.
Thank you, my pleasure. Thanks for coming and welcome to my lovely studio that I use for practice.
I understand you've been dancing since you were very small, and I just wanted to know who your biggest influences have been. What dancers have inspired you over the years?
Dancers, when I start dancing, I start with the folk dance. So I used to watch my actually grandfather, that he used to dance socially. Whenever we go to restaurants for family gathering, he used to start dancing, and he used to do this traditional dance called çiftetelli, which is the baladi in a way for Turkish, and he used to kind of balance two, three glass on his head, and then he loved enjoying the life and the music, and actually my first inspiration, start loving the dance and culture is from that early memories actually. And I remember I used to listen opera music from television, and I used to imitate modern dance when I was 5-6 years old. But I didn't know. I think it just all come naturally rather than knowing anything.
Is there anyone today that sort of still inspires you?
Yeah, there are many dancers. Of course, new dancers or the old style. I really like old school style dancers like Nadia Gamal, or in Turkish Nesrin Topkapı. But I really like watching other dance forms as well. Like I really like Cortez or Farikito as like a flamenco dancers. Yeah, so I inspired from many dancers or artists, or even singers. Doesn't have to be dancers, because art is what I get inspiration from life.
Right.
So it can be music, art, even a poetry or poem.
Right. So what do you hope to inspire in others through your dance?
Oh my god, that's a hard question. I always always was into telling a story through dance rather than just dancing like a showcase. I like doing showcases, which means I like doing just 5-minute set or 10-minute set in random show, but I really enjoy telling a story through dance, that's why I do sometimes community shows, which is like a theater show. It's like a storytelling show through Middle Eastern dance style. But I enjoyed it as well. But I like, if I may answer the question, I just really like audience to be influenced and get inspiration from Middle Eastern music with the story, rather than just going someone dancing. So there should be some story behind the dance, so it is easier for them to understand and observe the dance form or the style itself.
Okay. You've studied and taken inspiration from other dance forms, and are there any other dance forms that you'd like to study that you haven't studied yet?
Wow, I've been fortunate to try or study various different styles, like modern dance and ballet and Latin. I did choreograph some R&B style stuff as well when I was at university. I like to carry on to ballet and modern dance as training, but I don't think I have so much time. But I'm always open to try new styles. I like to try. I did some flamenco, but I like to do more flamenco, I suppose. That will be interesting.
Okay. Do you get nervous before you go on stage?
Yes, I do. Sometimes, depends. You have the levels, and sometimes fair enough, funny enough, let's say, I don't get nervous. Sometimes I get very nervous. Depends on the situation probably in a day.
Does it depend on the audience?
As well as, but sometimes it's a big audience and I don't get nervous, and sometimes if it's a small group of people, then I get nervous. So I think it's really varies. But I think I would get more nervous if it's a small audience. In the big audience, I'm much better and comfortable. In the small audience, I'm not that comfortable. So it's an interesting one.
When you dance, do you mostly improvise or choreograph, or for your performances?
To be honest, combination. I used to choreograph a lot. I mean, I choreograph to my classes or to my cast.
Right.
Because of course they have to know what they are dancing and they get used to it. But because sometimes I mean, as I said, I wish I have more time to choreograph for myself. Right. But by the time I'm dealing with others people's choreography or thinking what they do when I do big shows, I don't have so much time to think of my dance, and I do improvise often.
Right.
But I really love to choreograph for myself. Depends on as well. If it is a showcase, it's easier to improvise, but if it is a big stage show and then the audience is just like front facing rather than sitting in a circular, it's better to choreograph to be safe.
Yeah.
But I improvise.
You do.
Like improvising too. It's not safe, but yeah.
I must ask, who makes your costumes?
I design.
You design them, yeah?
Yeah, it's all come from my understanding and my idea about what I like to wear. And then in Turkey, Bella costume makes them.
Oh.
But I literally say them every small details. But obviously they put their input and vision as well.
Sure.
But I really have this strong point about what I like color-wise and costume-wise. And otherwise it can be a little bit either too flamboyant or too not flamboyant. So I really like to play with it.
You injured your knee last year at the Fantasia Festival during a performance. How did you recover from that, and what advice would you give to other dancers recovering from an injury?
Yeah, it's happened. I wasn't expected, of course. I dislocated my kneecap, so it was very painful at that day. And then few months I was in the bed doing nothing, just except waiting to heal, and still healing. It's a very actually interesting. It takes a long time to recover from it. And then I've been doing physio, going to gym, and because I can walk, But when it's come to dancing, I'm still conscious. The moves, how I do, where I do. That's why actually it will be better if I choreograph something, so I know what I'm doing rather than in improvisation. But you have to be very patient about how it heals and look after it. And you have to really do your physio. I mean, one physio I do like 2 hours at least, a lot of time. And I like doing sports and everything, but if it is an obligation, it feels like I must do that. So it's become like obligation. So you really feel not good if you don't do it in one day. But it's for your own good. So, but be careful. It's the answer for the dancer. They have to be really.
Your theatre show, Ash.
Yeah. That's correct.
Yes, has recently received Arts Council funding.
Yeah,
tell us a little bit more
quite
about
exciting. I've been doing this sort of community shows like last actually 3-4 years, and this is the recent one, which is a storytelling dance theater show through Middle Eastern dance styling, including like some Greek songs and Arabic and Turkish and Gypsy songs. So I put all this styling and the music forms into a storyline, and I did the show in in Australia, in Spain, and different places. And this is the second time it's going to be in London. And we apply for Art Council England, and we get it in the second try. It was an interesting venture, let's say, adventure. So it was good. So we get the funding. We were really proud, and we're working hard. We did the show in London once, and this time we were making it bigger, better, as you might imagine, and more time, because we have a little bit money and budget to play with it, so it's important. And bigger cast, much bigger cast, bigger theater. So everything is bigger in that term, but the amount of the stress and the focus that we have to spend with my assistants and dance partner Rosie, it's much bigger. But everything is working well because we did the show, so we have to really retouch the points that we think that need to be improved.
Yeah.
So we're really proud. So we're waiting all the belly dance communities and the Turkish community actually to come to support the show.
Can you remind us of where it's going to be held?
It's going to be in Bernie Grant Dance Theatre in Seven Sisters area. We chose a theatre in quite Turkish area, so it's easier for them to come. And it's October the 3rd. It will be 5 till 7, and then possibly we will have after party nearest restaurant in that area.
Great.
Yeah, so we're gonna have actually some. This time we're gonna have some musicians and drummers and live singing as well in the storyline. So we're quite excited. So it's a lot of technical stuff as well as choreography and costuming. So Rosie been doing the costuming like when she's got spare time and doing all the other stuff as well. So yeah, we're really excited.
Brilliant. Oh, and there was one last question I wanted to ask. What does it feel like to be a male belly dancer and teacher in a largely female-dominated industry? That's interesting, because in the beginning I was feeling that I was a belly dancer, but actually I'm a dancer. I consider myself dancer. Because the way I see the belly dance, it's just like dance form, but I did other styling as well. But at the end of the day, yes, I do Oriental dancing, which is Middle Eastern dancing, which we call belly dancing. But I used to feel and think, oh my God, it's too female dominated and stuff like that. But nowadays I don't feel, because it's been like a long time I've been teaching. That's an interesting one. It's kind of nerve-wracking because you're unique. They consider you unique. Yeah, it's an interesting one actually. But I quite enjoy it. But I mean, when I go to the teacher class, I come as like a dancer rather than one type of dancer. Because as I said, my background is from the stage. And if you will be in the show, because you're sponsoring our show, which is we are so grateful for that you will see it's not just like a belly dance. Actually, there's a belly dance forms, but we put in a modern twist. So there will be a lot of modern and ballet stuff that's going on as well. So it's just a mixture of it. So that's why I can't consider myself just like a belly dancer. So yeah, it's an interesting question. Well, as Ozgen said, Belly Dance Boutique is going to be at the show. Are the tickets on sale yet? Or?
Yeah, it's on the website. It's Burning Ground website.
We'll have the website for you to contact at the end. So I think that's about all. So
thank you so much.
Thanks
for coming.
Sparing some time. And we'll see you on the 3rd of October.
Yeah, exactly. We can't wait. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.